8 years ago, I was suffering from a bad case of ED. It's not something you could cure with Viagra. I kept throwing all this money, going on dinners, on dates, with chasing all these women. I felt like the U.S. government, throwing good money after bad. Contest master, judges, and guests. I was suffering from excessive dating. This disorder almost killed me once on a first date. Hello, Lucy. How are you today? I'm fine, Noah. My ex-husband doesn't like that I date other men. I have a restraining order against him. Lucy, what does your ex-husband do for a living? He's a Navy SEAL. I jumped from my seat. I said, Lucy, I have to use the restroom. I'll be back. And Lucy's probably still waiting for me there. I kept dating and dating and dating. And one night, in my computer's inbox, there it was. 34-year-old Guatemalan woman seeks mature man. I was 29, age 30 to 40. She accepted my invitation for dinner. I arrived in my Ford Fiesta. She arrived on her Beamer. And there was no chemistry at dinner. I said, I can't have a second date with this woman. So I asked her to pay for dinner. She said, I'm looking for a mature man. You're looking for a sugar mama. So I kept dating and dating and dating until one cold December night, I asked for divine intervention. I said, God, please send me a beautiful wife. God, please send her now. And guess where divine intervention led me? Back to the woman that had paid for my dinner. Her name is Patty. She looks like a young Elizabeth Taylor. Except she's more beautiful. Especially when she's baking lasagna for me. Her father, Don Carlos, who looked like Jack Nicholson from The Shining. This is what he told me the day of the wedding. I have 2 rules for you. I'm giving you the family jewels. Take care of her. If not, I'm coming to get you. So, for our honeymoon, we went to Italy. The first night in Rome was magical. We had a dinner in a small cafe that was surrounded by a piazza that had a water fountain in the middle. We had wine, pasta, cappuccino, gelato. I mean, it was the way I had always dreamt it, except that it was 7 times the cost. The following afternoon, we walked to the train station. We had 5 minutes to find the last train to Venice. And we're there at the terminal. I'm trying to figure out the signs in Italian. And suddenly, there's a big commotion. All these trains arrived. Everybody's running, including my wife. She took off like a crazy chihuahua in the wrong direction. And now, I'm thinking, Patty is lost. And I started running, looking for her. And as I kept running, I remembered Jack Nicholson. I said, oh my God, the family jewels. And I kept running. I said, this marriage is definitely going in the wrong direction. And suddenly, I bumped with 3 guys from India that were so excited to see me. They kept asking me for directions in Hindi. Guys, do I look Indian? I mean, I'm Spanish. But they insisted. Directions to Afghanistan. I said, sure, it's that way. And it was only a suggestion. So I kept running, looking for Patty. She was lost. And I saw her boarding the last train to Afghanistan. So I ran fast. and faster, and I finally tackled her, and we fell to the floor. And Patty said, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "Patty, you're lost. Plus, I have your passport." She said, "We're supposed to follow me." And I said, "No, you were supposed to follow me." Then she said, "No, you were supposed to follow me." And I said, "Why?" "Because we're married now." Okay. My afternoon did not really end well. Here we were in Venice, the most romantic place on the planet. Patty was upset. That didn't really bother me. What really, really bothered me is when she said, "Forget about tonight." Oh, I said, "I gotta think something quickly here." I said, "Patty, let's go on a gondola tour." So we got there, and guess what? The thing was more expensive than health insurance. I said, "Forget it." So we went on a gondola tour, which is, the Vaporetto, which is the water bus. It was beautiful and it was romantic. After the ride, we were walking back to our hotel, and the temperature had dropped to -5 degrees. And suddenly I couldn't feel my nose, and then I couldn't feel my ears. But we had the steamiest night of the entire honeymoon, because Patty had to use the hair dryer on me for 30 minutes to raise my body temperature. I think Patty got the mature man she was looking for. I was telling her last night, "You know what? We've been married for 10 years. Maybe it's time for us to go back to Italy." She said, "Yeah, but this time it will be different." And I said, "Why?" She said, "This time I won't forget to bring your red leash." Contest master.